Coach, just walk me through how does this one feel for you?
Yeah, I mean, this is a good win for us. I think when you look at what we're trying to get done in a short amount of time, and Lipscomb is really highly thought of for good reason. You saw that in the way that they performed tonight. They're tough. They have really good length, which causes some problems throughout the game. But they're highly thought of for a reason. And I do know that our team is growing in their confidence and their feel about their ability, what they can accomplish. And we knew it was an important game. I'm proud that I'm kind of glad the way it went, meaning it was a really tight game. I thought their answers down the stretch were real. Now that you win it, if we get beat, then you don't like it. But when you find a way to win it anyway, you grow from those experiences of, they made the last two shots in regulation that mattered, and then we were steady and we just went back to work in overtime, and that was a nice win for us.
I mean, how much of a game like that you mentioned of how highly thought of that team is, just kind of a confidence boost, a belief in this team of, okay, we are good enough to kind of hang with the top of this conference.
Yeah, I mean, so that's one of those things that in a way the coach, I think it'll be there, right? But as soon as we walk away from tonight, I'll let you know on Saturday and how we perform. Not necessarily win or lose, right? Because Austin Peay's really good too. But like, how do we carry ourselves tomorrow in practice? We just talked about that. Like complacent, you got to be hungry to find a way to get the next one. And we have been that. We've played a tough schedule. We haven't played in here barely at all. So we've had 10 games on the road, 5 games at home. Like, you've got to build some toughness to be, I guess, 10-5 now after that stretch of what we've gone through. So I think that you're right. It'll be another little confidence boost for us, and then the next one will be really tough too, and we'll have to grow and learn things again. But I think that this team should feel like they're in it every night. Let's find a way to get it done.
Well, Coach, what was it like to, you said only played 5 home games, but get to come back here and play tonight and undefeated at home?
Yeah, that's really important if you want to have a great season, and we talked about that before the game too. It's always good to play at home. Our group works really hard. I know it's good to play in front of the fans here. I think that they will continue to grow in terms of how many people are here. They should, come watch us. It's a group that fights. It's a group that's fun to watch, and it's good to find a way to get that win tonight.
What do you feel like is kind of the ceiling for this group now that you're 2-0 to start conference play? Do you have a better grasp of that?
Well, I think that. So I don't know that we really talk about that. I just know that we want to make big strides and go after anybody that we can. So they're not really trying. They're trying to get as good as they can, and you do that every day. But I think tonight should be an important lesson in that our ceiling is pretty high. They'll be very difficult to deal with next time we play them. But tonight, figuring out a way to win this early with this group. We're 15 games into playing together, and as a whole, as staffs new, players new, and they've really fermented pretty quickly. That was a good win.
That's you're only 15 games in, but you've won more games this year already than you guys did as last year or the year before. What do you think of a statement that is for you guys and the way that you've been able to turn things around so quickly?
Yeah, I think this program is used to winning a lot, and that's ever since we went Division I. So we haven't really talked that much. Obviously there's little kind of milestones. It's like, you're in good shape if we can figure out. We just did that. We just did this. So we kind of talk about those briefly, but it's the big body of work, and we haven't talked a lot about what it was, other than to say this program's competed at really high levels throughout its Division I history, and that's right what we want to do again.
I guess, how much does it say about this group and how quickly, and I'm sure it's still going on, but how quickly they have come together to be able to take that many punches in the game against a team that good and pretty much every time have an answer? Yeah,
we have good character. You're about to talk to Cheyenne Banks. She's got tremendous character, and that kind of goes around the room. I think they're smart. So any maybe setback that we might have had is just us learning, like, okay, this coach wants to do it that way in this moment, you know. We've been working a lot on late game stuff. We were way better at that, aside from letting the threes happen. You know, offensively we were calmer. Most of the time we got the ball where we wanted, even if it didn't go in, you know, which that's kind of the point of being good. But, you know, I think when we put them together, we knew that we had a group that would play pretty hard. We knew they'd handle their business outside of the court, off the court, and they have. And when that happens, then you just get to coach basketball, and you can have success if that's the case.
This is a team that has relied pretty heavily on its guard play, and obviously Rendria Wright played very well. But talk about your post players and the impact they had today.
Yeah, they were good, you know, and so was theirs. I mean, Sorrentino caused us a lot of problems, and you know, Cheyenne got in foul trouble early. That did impact us, but I was really happy with her. You know, Destin and Liz was pretty good tonight. They held us in check, kept us in the game until we could get her back in there. And you know, out of halftime, we felt like we needed to make Sorrentino do something other than get buckets. And I thought Cheyenne was really good at that. She gave her something else to think about. And she was still pretty good. She finished with 19 and 17, so she still had an awfully good game. But the post play generally, you know, it was pretty good in there and on both groups. I guess she had 17 and 19, and if you package our group together, they had about the same, you know, so it was pretty good play in the paint, both groups.
Kind of how much fun is a game like that against a team that's, I guess, supposed to be that good, is that highly thought of going all the way overtime and kind of trading shots the whole way through?
Oh boy, it's a lot of fun, honestly. I think the main thing that we wanted to do was just come in there with a lot of energy, come in there, you know, if we mess up, thinking, like having a next play mentality, if that makes sense, just to, you know, even if we have a good stop, okay, let's get back on offense and, you know, get something rolling. But yeah, it's a lot of fun. It's really exciting to be out there, especially with our team. We have great character, as Coach said, and we all get along really well, so. Yeah.
Well, it's for you personally to be going against someone like Sorrentino, who was doing what she did in the first half. Just, do you take that on as a challenge? Do you like, you know, having that kind of one-on-one, blow-for-blow kind of game?
Yes, I love that. I feel like it pushes me so much more. I'm sure all the posts, really, honestly. It pushes us so much more. I think we all take that as just a huge challenge. It's like, okay, she's coming in, you know, she's ready to play. Can I match her energy, basically? So, yeah.
I mean, how antsy were you at halftime? You sat pretty much the entire second quarter,
yeah.
And that, I mean, she started kind of getting on a roll. How antsy were you in that halftime of just trying to get back out there and make an impact again?
I was pretty antsy. I was ready to get back out there. I think our other posts, I think they did a great job, you know, holding her off. But, you know, I knew, like we just discussed, you know, it's a challenge. I wanted to get out there and be like, okay, I'm here, like I can stop you. I know I can get out there and just do my best, and that's all I can offer. So.
Well, this felt like kind of a prove-it game for you guys, just against a team that's picked to finish close to the top of the conference. What kind of statement do you feel like y'all made with tonight's win?
I think we basically just made a statement of just we can play with anyone if given the opportunity. If we come out there ready to go with the right mindset, we can do a lot of things. We can be great. So
has the first, I don't know, I guess 6 months of being here lived up to everything you thought it would be when you were getting recruited to come here?
Honestly, yeah, I think it has. I was really hesitant, not gonna lie, when I first got here, but I think that's just, you know, the transition from junior college to, you know, a D1. I think it was just nerves more than anything. I just didn't know what to expect. I was afraid the pace was going to be something I couldn't keep up with, or, you know, everybody is bigger, taller, faster, stronger. So I think that's really what kind of had me a little nervous coming in here, but I think, you know, we have a great team, great coaches, great staff. I think they've really been really good at, like, settling all of us in, and they've made me feel really good, like family, so.